What's up, everybody? Check this out. This is a giant carved boulder. There's a skull face up on the top with a cap facing to the left. And to the right is the dinosaur face of this creature that he's riding, right? And his arm comes down and there's paintings there. There's even an eye underneath the cap. And there's his face on the left-hand side there. It's like a skull cap and his arm comes down. He's actually holding an owl that's out of the picture right now. Truly amazing. And this is a top of a burial mound that I believe it's a distinct burial mound with all the artifacts and all the carvings and everything else. That's a bird. It's supposed to be a bird on the front of his helmet also. And then this stone and this boulder, which is granite, okay? Very hard stone, is being held up by one stone. And it's supposed to look like a foot. Or is that a hand with no fingers? It's a carved stone. And then there's like a dinosaur figure right there. You see that? And it has like growth on it so you can't really see. So in here on top of this mound, there's all these stones and they're all placed in like an S formation, like a serpent. You know, they're protectors and they're the headstone marker stones for everyone buried in the mound. So you made a big stone, you brought it to the mound, and then you're buried below and then your stone sits there. They had feather and wedge technology, our ancient giant ancestors. Okay, because there's a lot of stones. There's a lot of stones on this mound that have these holes, and there's a bunch of stones that they left the feather and wedges. Purposely didn't just put them in there so that they left. It's like a museum. Okay, they left us the technology of their carvings. It's like a museum, and all these boulders continue along. And then see right up there's a stone and there's a sinkhole because that's like a small burial. On the left-hand side, about 100 yards away, there's a huge room that's like 60 by 20 that collapsed down about 6 feet. Now this is another big boulder here, right? And it was placed here. Big figure there. This side is hard to see right now because the lighting. These are shadow stones, right? And then you can see the carvings. See, that's all carved granite. See how it's all carved? There's all, it's pretty wild when the light is right. Now on this side, the lighting is right for you to see the face. Look at that. See, if you're here at the wrong time of day, you can't see these carvings. See the eye and the mouth? That's a lion. And his mane going back with his hair. Okay, you see that? And then it's amazing. And then now, this is a very important stone they left here, It's got a nub on it. Okay, we've seen these nubs in Peru all around the world. So anyone who's into nubs, please pay attention to this. This piece of granite, completely flat bottom, and then there's a nub. Okay? Distinct nub. Because I found other ones in Roxbury too, but it doesn't seem to matter that there's megalithic giants and they did the same work as here as in Peru and around the world. It doesn't seem to matter. The archaeologist in New Jersey is blowing me off, okay? Because they want to continue to bulldoze these sites. And we need to save the site in Roxbury Township where there's this wall that surrounds this entire property of 12 South Hillside Avenue and 201 Route 10 East that they approved to bulldoze knowingly of the Lenni Lenape burials, the giants, Revolutionary War and Civil War, and pre-Revolutionary War John Rogers and his family below a hilltop of oaks planted to form a horse to represent New Jersey state animal. So comment below. This is amazing. And would you like to come to this place? Because I'm going to set up a tour where we can, every other week or every weekend, people can come out to Roxbury Township and we go to tours and we'll take you to these mounds and you can experience and see what's there. Thanks for watching. We need to save property in Roxbury.